right, so we are going to get started with Mad Libs, and I am your host for Mad Libs today. My name is Kate Pope, and as you guys already know, we are going to have that handout. That handout's going to have all the information from me as well as the authors that are reading for us for Mad Libs today. We are going to get started with the event. But first, I want to give everyone a heads up as to how this event is going to run. We have 5 authors that will be presenting a modified version of their work. We have Dani Hoots, Jessica Nettles, Missy Jane, Penelope Flynn, and Sam Ledel. I realize I never actually asked you how to pronounce your last name, so that's my bad. Each one of these great authors has allowed me to alter a scene they wrote and fill it in with gaps. However, that's where we need you guys, the authors, or the audience, to help us. But before we get too involved, let's meet our authors. Dani Hoots is a young adult sci-fi and fantasy author and likes to be inspired by ancient tales. She enjoys reading about history, astronomy, and plants, and in her spare time, she is either watching anime, reading manga, or drawing. Today, Dani will be reading a special edition of Grimland. Next, we have Jessica Nettles. She is from Powder Springs, Georgia. Her first novel is Children of Menlo Park. You can find her stories in Off the Beaten Path 4, Georgia Gothic, and A Woman Unbecoming. Join her online at jessicanettlesauthors.com, as well as on Twitter at SteampunkEngle, Instagram Steampunk English, and on Facebook, Jessica Nettles Books. Jessica today will be reading a modified version of Witch Hunt. Missy Jane is the alter ego of a married mother of 4 who was born and raised in Texas. She spends most of her time lost in worlds of her own making, alternately loving and hating such creatures as vampires, shapeshifters, archangels, and gargoyles, to name a few. Today, Missy will be reading a version of Trusting an Angel That Never Was. Penelope Flynn writes and illustrates adult-targeted horror, suspense, science fiction, and fantasy. Her works have been in several anthologies, and the 3rd book of her Chronicles of Renfield series launched in September 2021. She moderates the podcast Discussions from the Otherhood and heads Ambitious Hybrids Multimedia and Prolific Hybrid Multimedia. Penelope will be giving us an idea of what the Chronicles of Renfields regarding Kosiku might have sounded like if she had let me edit it. And originally from Dallas-Fort Worth, Sam now resides in Denver, Colorado. She is currently working on her next novel. Today, Sam will be reading a modified version of Daughter of No One, Book 1 of the Odium trilogy. Now, I know we all know about Zoom controls, but just in case you came late, in the controls, you're going to see the chat option. If you have a question about anything, put it in the chat, but do make sure that you have it set to send to everyone, or at least me, your event host. Or else we won't be able to see it. And certainly, if you like what you're hearing, let us know that in the chat as well. But the chat is especially important to us because all the blanks are going to be filled in by you guys, our audience. I'll be asking for suggestions like for nouns, persons, places, things, or animals, verbs, action words, you know, things you do, adverbs, words that describe or modify a verb, and adjectives, words that describe a noun, among other things. I'm going to be looking to that chat box for suggestions, so make sure you have the chat sent to everyone, or at least me. And I feel like I don't have to mention this, but just in case, keep it appropriate, or I'm not going to pick it. Yes, we're probably all adults, but I don't want us to be gross. Thanks. Our first up is Dani Hoots. Yes, all right. Add spotlight. Hello, Dani. And we are going to share my screen, but I have to pick the right one. All right. Can I get a thumbs up from Dani? Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. I'm assuming audience can see the screen as well. So you can see here we have 15 things that we are looking to fill. So let's start out. I need a job. A job, anything you do, throw it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to pick, ooh. Okay, let's do dentist. So Dani, we're going to write dentist in for our first job. Maybe I shouldn't have it capitalized. Also, I can't spell, so I apologize in advance. And bullet point number 2 is the same job, so it's dentist again. Next, we need a verb ending in ing, jumping, swimming, hopping, skipping. I see skating. I see that I cannot type. I'm using a different keyboard than normal. So let's do that. Now, this is where I'm really going to test you guys. Keep it appropriate. Give me a body part. Chin, earlobe. Ooh, earlobe's good. Okay, I see belly button. But don't worry, guys. I've been telling people I love to put body parts in, so save them up because we will need them later. Next, I would like a well-known phrase. Here comes the mail, it never fails. Yippee-ki-yay, etc., etc. We won't finish that one. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. Oh, never mind. I'm so sorry. Kiss my grits. We're going to do kiss my grits because that is beautiful. Kiss my grits. Now we need an adjective. And I've already said what they are, so I'm not going to repeat it because anyone that knows me knows that adjectives and adverbs are my sticking place. I see smooth. Let's have smooth there. Let's put it here and not in the chat. And then another adjective. Ooh, I see romantic from earlier up. So let's do some romantic. Now we need an article of clothing. Spicy. Save it, guys. A sleeve. Ooh, blazer. Let's do a blazer. Another one, we actually need 3 articles of clothing. So I saw slippers as well. Let's put slippers for number 2. And what else have we got? A beanie for number 3. Now we need another body part, still keeping it appropriate, everyone. And actually, let's see, we did belly button before, so let's do little toe here. And a past tense verb, generally ending, ooh, hunted. I love that. Whoop. Another adjective. Boogied. Save boogied for later, Jessica. Send it to me later. Spicy. A noun, please. A person, place, thing, or animal. I see you, Vanessa. We'll get to you. Don't worry. A bookcase. And because we need another noun, let's end it with baked potato. All right, Dani. Are you filled in?
Almost.
Okay. So while she is waiting, she has now taken all of this. She has filled it in. We are going to turn over to Dani. I'm still going to be spotlighted because that's too much work otherwise. And she is going to read her story via us. Dani, whenever you are ready, take it away.
Okay. Can you hear me fine?
Yes, you're good.
The Beast was a magical dentist in disguise, or at least that was how he was programmed. Even though he had this dilemma of being a dentist that was cursed as a beast, he shouldn't be skating like this. Something was going on with the system still, and I would have to figure out what it is before it was too late. I was able to get closer to him, even after he threw whatever he could my way and placed my hand on his belly button. No, you are a kind beast that I have had the pleasure of getting to know. I am sorry I left to see my family. I won't ever leave you again. Kiss my grits. These were the words I had to use to override his system when he was malfunctioning. According to my database, it was what Beauty said to him that caused him to turn back into a prince. Normally, I would have sent the Beauty AI in here to deal with this, but there were some errors found this morning that I still needed to fix. As I said the words, a smooth light came from the beast, and his body slowly turned into that of a romantic French aristocrat. He wore a blue knee-length blazer, black slippers, and a white beanie with frills, just like any 1700s royalty. His curly blonde hair fell to his little toe, and his crystal blue eyes stared at me. The beast peered down at his hands. I'm me. I'm human again. The crowd hunted as a crew came out to take away any spicy plates and bowls. It appeared, according to my face recognition software, that the ending satisfied everyone and they believed it all be part of the bookcase. I took the beast's hand and guided him out of the dining hall before he could do any more damage. As I ushered him down the hallway towards the baked potato room, I heard him begin to talk. I want a baked potato room.
I want a baked potato room. All right, yay, Dani. All right, guys, next we are going to unspotlight Dani, and we are going to spotlight Jessica. Where are you? There you are, Jessica. Hello. Oh, I don't think I can spotlight you until you turn your camera on, Jessica.
Okay. Oh, it's not turning on.
All right.
There we go. To start my video. There we go.
There we go. All right, so we're going to spotlight Jessica. Add spotlight. Yay.
Oh, hey.
All right, so Jessica, same thing as before, guys. We are going to start off with me scrolling all the way down to the bottom of my chat. We need an adjective, and I love that there are some people that are already on it. I see some sparkly. We're going to start with sparkly. Jessica,
Okay.
are you ready to start writing?
I am so ready.
Perfect. Sparkly. Now we need another adjective, and I'm going to do smarmy. I have heard so many requests for smarmy.
It's a good word.
It's a good word. As I promised, another body part. I see phalanges. Let's have some phalanges.
All right.
Past tense verb, please. Retired.
Okay.
A plural noun. Eggplants. Oh. Whoop, that goes into the chat. If I ever type something into the chat, people just yell at me. Eggplants. Now I would like an adjective, please. Pink. Yay,
Cool.
Pretty. A plural body part. You know, I saw tonsils earlier. We're going to put tonsils in there.
Sounds good.
And now I need a location. It could be a specific place like Paris. It could be backyard. It could be let's do Kathmandu.
Okay.
Capital of Nepal, Kathmandu. I spell it with an H because I'm weird. Past tense verb, please. Stabbed.
Good.
I like stabbed. That's just because it was just the Ides of March, you know. Now I need some nouns, please. Give me a couple of nouns. All right. I see cat. Let's do cat. And bongo. And now I'll take a verb, if y'all don't mind. Cavort! Ooh,
Yes.
That's a good one. Cavort. And we are
Awesome.
going to end with two adjectives. I'm not picking vindictive because Morgan just came up with cavort. But I will pick nuanced because I do love that word. Ooh, let's do nuanced.
Okay.
We've already done sparkly, so we won't do that again. And then salty.
Okay. I think
Morgan, I
we're ready.
will stifle any creativity I want. Don't worry, I got you. All right, Jessica, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, take it away.
Kev took a swig from his sparkly flask. The wide-brimmed hat he'd bought the night before that read Hunt 40 slid to his shoulders, revealing a shock of pale, smarmy hair. Indian mounds? Skid thwacked his friend's phalanges with his finger. There ain't no more indigenous people out here, idiot. Yeah, that's why there's them mounds. Kev retired at his friend, lost his footing, and ended up sprawled over one of the hillocks, breaking some of the taller eggplants. These can't be mounds. They don't look like they've been here that long. Skid picked up one of the smaller pine sprigs from the second pile of pink dirt and twirled it between his long tonsils. Besides, if someone was buried, that means they can't be released to Kathmandu like they should be. Kev's eyes stabbed. Their particles would stay here, no stardust. That's some pure evil right there. Skid nodded. Right, no cats. He kicked a hole in the side of the mound next to him. I reckon someone tried to start a bongo right here, but didn't do a very good job. Think they could bort close, like right on this mountain? Bobby said there were two nuanced ones near here. They must be slipping if they're planting so close to the road. Skid rubbed some sweat out of his eyes. The morning was getting salty fast. Probably easy prey.
I mean,
and you're right, it is hard to start a bongo.
Very hard to start a bongo, but when you've got sweat in your eyes, it is a pretty salty morning.
It is a pretty salty morning, yes.
All right, so I am going to unspotlight Jessica, and then we are going to go to Missy, who, okay, good. You are right at the line where I couldn't see your name.
All
right.
I'm here.
Okay, guys, let's get it started with an adjective. Salty was so appropriate. I cannot.
It was.
Okay, let's do stifle, which is a nod to Morgan there, who is giving me some sass in the chat, which I love. And then an article of clothing. We've had beanies, we've had blazers. Oh, bloomers. Yes. And an adjective, if we could, please. Oh, the adjective would be stifling, apparently. But I trust you. You're an expert. You do this for a living. Okay, adjective. I saw fluffy. And now a unit of time. Could be days, minutes, hours, weeks, eons. Eons, yes. Not in the chat. In the eons. Or eon. Redo is appropriate. Now I'll take another adjective. I saw flavorful earlier. And a noun, if we could, please. All right, I saw monolith. I'm doing it in the chat again. Monolith. And a plural noun, supernovas. Because I saw that there. All right, I'm seeing a theme here. We're getting a lot of galaxy stuff. Now I need emotion. Happy, sad, hungry, hangry. Wistful. That sounds pretty. If I get another one, it'll be stress carry just for you. Oh, telephone pole. Morgan is on the ball. And a plural noun that I don't put tabs in the middle of. Tractors. A regular strength noun. Let's see if I see any. Oh, I saw zipper earlier. So let's put zipper here. And an adjective, please. I saw kayaks. Did I say no? Stressed was a rotund. And we're going to end with a past tense verb. Danced. That's never mind. I see lanced. I like lanced better than danced.
Lanced.
All right. So, Missy, do you have them in or you need another minute?
Nope, I got them.
All right, Missy, take it away.
Okay. Hello there. Zarek's gaze trailed down the stifling curve of her neck, across her exposed collarbone to her creamy white shoulders, bared for all to admire. Swathed in a full-length, peach-colored formal bloomers, Dora nearly glowed. He had never seen her dress in something so revealing. Usually, her godmother kept her in much more fluffy attire at their fundraising events. Even in the office, he'd never seen her in jeans. She had worked for him for almost 2 eons. He still knew so little about her, and he hadn't been paying attention. He remembered hiring her as a quiet, flavorful college student, smart as a monolith. She'd shocked him with her aura of pure goodness, and he'd known immediately she would be trustworthy. Unfortunately, she'd been crowding his supernova lately, and his new involvement with Bill's fundraising activities caused Dora to be in his company more often. She always looked at him with an innocent hunger, a wistfulness he fought to ignore, but it was getting worse. Her pulse sped up every time he neared, and the sweet scent of her telephone pole grew too strong to easily disregard. She remained the worst kind of temptation, an innocent who looked at him with tractors in her eyes, everything he'd never allowed himself to taste. He silently cursed himself for arriving tonight without a zipper. I'm surprised to find you out here alone, he said. I needed some rotund air. It was getting stuffy in there. He lanced, though he really didn't know what she was talking about. I spoke to your godfather. His charity work is commendable. This might be better than what I wrote. I might need to edit my book.
As soon as you started, I remembered this was the one where we talked about how she was wearing something revealing and we had bloomers. Guys, this is why perfect. I love Mad Libs. It's beautiful.
That and the telephone pole.
Thank you, Missy. We're going to take your spotlight off.
Mm-hmm.
Put Penelope's on. All right, Penelope, are you ready?
I think so, yes.
All right. Let's start with some adjectives. I need a bunch of them. Let's start with gorgeous. And then let's do chunky next. Something gorgeous and chunky. Well, I hate the word chunky. It's going to be good, guys. All right. Gorgeous and chunky like my cats. Yes, Missy. All right. I need a verb ending in ing. I saw dashing as the first one. So we're going to have a dashing, gorgeous, chunky thing. Maybe. Now I would like another adjective. I feel like I saw some good ones earlier. Oh, I see gray. Suave. Save suave. And give me suave later. All right, now I need a plural noun. Let's see what else we had up here. Bunnies! Yeah, let's do bunnies. And an adjective, what was the one that suave? Anne gave me suave earlier. Let's have suave bunnies. Now I would like a verb, please. Explode. And now I need a unit of volume for liquid, like liter or drop or bucketful or let's see here. I see gallon. I like gallon. And now a verb, if you don't mind. You know what? Sprinkle works for a unit of volume and for a verb. So let's do sprinkle there. And an internal body part, like a pancreas or intestines or, appendix. Let's do appendix. And now another adjective. Dizzy. Dizzy is good. I like dizzy. And now another noun, please. Mistake. It is a mistake because I'm putting it in the chat because y'all know how I do. Another adjective. I was very adjective heavy this time. Robust. Now another unit of time. We did eons before. Ooh, cheesy. Love it. Let's do microsecond. And we're going to end with a number. I'm just looking to see the first one that catches my eye. Let's do -10. Or over 9,000. Penelope, you pick. -10 or over 9,000?
Let's do over 9,000.
Over 9,000. It's going to have some exclamation marks because I feel like it needs that. All right, Penelope, are you ready?
Yep, I think so.
Take it away.
Great. It had been an elegant evening of academic and gorgeous discussions, and the entertainment provided by their chunky guests was stellar. Then came the moment to vent the paradoxons, a process not unlike dashing a bottle of wine. It was the discreet opening of an artery to let its sangreal bouquet fill the room. A revenant would be able to tell immediately if the chosen individual had kept the gray diet, had any diseases or possessed bunnies that would preclude an enjoyable imbibing. As the host, Koyescu was charged with making the first strike to break the skin. Okay, lost my spot. Okay, give me a second.
I think next we're looking for an adjective
yes.
of suave.
Yes, at his advanced age and general lack of visitors, he had not performed the ceremony in a very long time, but he knew it well. He spoke the words of welcome and remembrance and then set upon the neck of the youth, who, like his suave counterpart, had been trained in the proper position to explode in order to provide proper access to the carotid artery. He administered the strike, latched on, then drew back to take in the first gallon of the youth's essence in order to sprinkle the blood into the air so that the guest would experience its bouquet. In his appendix, he rattled off the myriad ventings he had experienced as either host or guest and pondered whether the essence would be robust, delicate, full-bodied, or dizzy. But as he breathed in, taking the first full draft of the youth, there was nothing, no mistake at all. His tongue ran over the youth's skin and felt for a piercing. There was none. He detached and quickly examined the site of the strike to find small, robust depressions, but otherwise, the skin had not been broken. He apologized to the guest, saying, "Please forgive my ineptitude. It has been far too many decades since I have entertained a microsecond to reposition." Koyescu recalled that he repositioned, then resumed the ceremony, striking the spot. Again, there was no scent or essence of the draft he took. Without further exchange with his guests, he again struck, twice, 3 times, 4. By the time he had made the over 9,000th strike, the guests were grimacing and the youth was flinching merely from his touch. The end.
Oh, I remember this one. Oh, I told all the authors not to look over these after I had edited them, and clearly I did not as well. But yes, thank you, Penelope. All right, next we're gonna have Sam. Where are you, Sam? Oh, there you are. Hi, girl. And
Hello.
Spotlight. All right, Sam, are you ready?
I think so.
Also, did I mispronounce your last name earlier?
I think you were close. It's Ledel.
Ah, I almost said that. Anyway,
That's all right.
I apologize.
No
Sam
problem.
Ledel, everyone. Yay. All right, y'all, let's get started. We need some animals. A tiger. And the other animal I see, tardigrade. All right, all right. But too many other people gave me animals, so now I have to go back and find out how to spell it. T-A-R. All right, now we need a noun. And I saw unicorn, which I was really going to pick. So we're going to make unicorn our noun. Now I would like a past tense verb, please. Lagged. And a plural noun. Nephews. Not in the chat. Now I'll take an adjective, if y'all don't mind. We've already done sparkly. Oh, I see icy. And a past tense, apparently verb. Let's have a past tense verb instead. I'm real great, guys. Y'all don't even know. Terry, I refuse to pick snowblowed. I'm ready for spring. Ooh, I like slept. Now I would like another noun. I actually saw ice cream cones earlier. So let's put that in there. I'll take another adjective, please. Cheesy. Now I would like a color. Ooh, I see puce. Puce is a beautiful color. Did I spell it right? Maybe. Now I need another article. Oh, thank you, Jessica. I need another article of clothing. Pockets, I think, is going to be a little bit too specific. Let's go. I see high heel. Let's have high heel and or high heels. Now I'll take another noun. Ooh, love potion. All right, a plural part of the body. I saw ears first, so we're going to do ears. Ooh, eyelashes is good too. But let's end with one last and final noun. I'm going to scroll up and see if I can't find one that I might have skipped before. I didn't. I'm sure there were plenty. I see cauldron. Let's do a cauldron. All right, Sam, are you ready?
Yes, I think so.
Are you nervous?
I'm afraid I'm going to laugh through this, but I'll try to keep it together.
The best ones are. All right, Sam, take it away.
All right. An unfamiliar noise made Justin turn. It was too late for the tiger to be out, and not late enough for the tardigrade to begin their hunt. She froze, her companion flame doing the same and dimming itself at her uncertainty, the circle of light closing tighter around her. She scanned the surrounding trees, now columns of pitch against an empty canvas on all sides. The flame grew smaller, then disappeared completely when there was another rustle and a unicorn emerged from the dark. Instinctively, she lagged low, grimacing for all the time she spent acquiring silly show magic instead of concentrating on her defensive nephews. Yet, as the figure drew nearer, she thought less of defending herself as curiosity took over. Through the trees, a horse cantered out into a small clearing just ahead. Justin knew the clearing well. 2 icy trees had fallen there 3 years before on that spot. The village gossip claimed that rival fairy clans sought this part of the wood for future dwellings. No compromise was reached, so the druids that slept in the yew trees petrified themselves and the surrounding land, leaving a graveyard of spoiled ice cream cones and cheesy earth that no fairy or gnome could call home. The horse was as puce as the darkness it had come from. Astride it sat a man. His dark high heels billowed out on either side of his broad shoulders. Justin could not make out his tribe. He did not wear the colors of the kingdom, yet she felt as if she knew him. When the horse reared, she remembered. Her love potion caught in her throat as the creature's red eyes grew wide and its hooves beat against the air, the rider's gloved hands gripping tight to the reins. When its ears thundered back against the earth, she couldn't hold back her cauldron.
Oh, yay!
Oh, that was difficult, but that was great.
That was beautiful. All right. Oh, and you were my last person. Great job, everybody. I am going to stop sharing my screen. There we go. And now I'm going to see how many authors I can spotlight at once. Add spotlight. Add spotlight. Who am I still missing? Oh, Missy, there you are. Hey, girl. Add spotlight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think that's all the authors. So now with this little bit of time left, and I apologize, we did kind of rush it through this, but I knew we had a late start. Why don't we give you guys a chance to maybe tell us what the normal strength version of your book is about, and or tell us how you are going to be calling up your editors to rework everything. And let's go in that same order that we've been going in. So that means that I have to figure out what that order is. Let's start with Dani. Dani, you want to give us the 30-second pitch for your book?
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce one of the names, as we were talking earlier. We don't know. our own characters' names, but the pitch is Welcome to Grimland, a fairy tale themed amusement park where you get to interact with your favorite characters. Everything is AI, artificial intelligence, even the actors and maintenance workers, including Chio, who is programmed to fix anything that breaks. Over the past 4 years, everything has been fine until, okay, here's the name. Badrul Bador. The AI in the Aladdin section of the park starts malfunctioning. According to her, she remembers her human life, but an AI can't have any human memories, can it? And this is a free story that I am sending my newsletter subscribers every week. So if you go on my website, subscribe, you will be getting that story every week.
All right, so that's a pitch for everyone signing up for our authors. Next, let's have Jessica. Jessica, give us the pitch for your book.
Hey, y'all. So this story, Witch Hunt, is part of an anthology called A Woman Unbecoming. It is a charity anthology for women reproductive services that I did back in the summer. We're real excited about it. A whole bunch of great authors. It is available on Amazon, and we do sell it at conventions, but get it on Amazon for real. It is a terrific book, and it doesn't just have my wonderful story, but it has a bunch of really cool stories. So check it out.
Awesome. All right, Missy, you want to tell us about yours next?
Yes. What I read from was book 1 in my Archangel series, which I don't have in my hand. This is book 2 and book 3. These are about, there's going to be 7 total. They are brothers just because they've been banded together for eons, but they are archangels who eventually fall in love with human women. And right now I have 3 books out. I am about halfway through book 4, hoping to have it out in the next couple of months. In the chat, I'm going to put my link tree that goes to my social media, my website, everything. So if you're interested in my books, this is a paranormal romance set in Houston, and it is adult themed. All of my books are.
Awesome. Do you have any high heels billowing behind ears? Any frilly beanies?
I don't think I even have a telephone pole. But
come on.
I'm still working on book 4. I can add it.
There you go. We'll know. We'll all read book 4. We'll see a telephone pole and some fancy bloomers and no's from us.
Yes.
All right, Penelope, you want to tell us about your Chronicles of Renfields?
Yes. The Chronicles of Renfields is part of course, the Chronicles of Renfields. The first book is regarding Koyescu, and I don't know if you see it. Well, there he is. From the beginning of the story, if you can tell, our main character, our hero, is aged. I mean, he is at the point of the end. He's telling a story in this clip about how he was having a party and he could not, his flames were so blunted, he could not break the skin of a young woman in order to to expose her blood into the air for his guests. So this is a story about how Koyescu, who has lived this very ribald, full, rich life, and is now at the end of his term, is given a second chance to return to youth and what he does with it. So this is a vampire. The Revenants are vampires. The Renfields are their servants who help them out. But again, like Missy was saying, my run is very adult. It is made for an adult audience. Enjoyable, fun, funny, horror, all of it mixed together. So I hope that you will take an opportunity to find the Chronicles of Renfields regarding Koyescu and the first book of Ramona and the second book of Ramona, which is coming out in this the fall.
Perfect. Same question though. Any telephone poles?
No. Actually, this is the 1920s, so there may be.
No, marked telephone. No, nothing listed in the script there.
No.
Books yet to come. It's fine. All right, Sam, bring us home. Tell us all about your work.
All right, I read from Daughter of No One. It's the first book in the Odium trilogy. It is a fantasy adventure series that features a sapphic romance between the 2 protagonists. I'd categorize it as Y or NA. The protagonists are in their 20s. It's the trilogy follows Princess Aurelia and the Kingdom of Venastes, and Justin Cypher, who is the social outcast or the odium. And they are a bit of an enemies to lovers, slow burn story over the course of the 3 books. There's a kingdom to be saved. There's a cure to find. There's an epic journey that is had. It was a lot of fun to write. Pulls a lot from Gaelic and Irish mythologies. There's elemental magic, lots of mythological creatures along the way. It's available through my publisher, Bold Strokes Books. You can also find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or through my website, samledel.com.
Awesome. All right. So, and if there is anybody in the audience that hasn't downloaded everything from our birthday bash swag bag, make sure you do it, because there's a bunch of free books and stories in that digital swag bag. I do also want to give a little plug. I will start by saying thank you so much to everyone who came out. Yay! Thank you so much to my authors and all the other authors. You guys really knocked it out of the park for us. We hope you guys had as much fun as we did. At least I did.